In Romans, the Apostle Paul told us that we should owe no one anything but to love them. And I know we've talked about that previously. And there's a verse in First Thessalonians in chapter 5. It's actually just before the one we read about giving thanks in all situations and circumstances. And so I really want to focus upon that. And that's verse 15 of First Thessalonians chapter 5, where the Apostle Paul says, "See that no one renders evil for evil to anyone." And this is the part that is related to what he wrote in Romans. And don't render evil for evil, meaning, real simple, is if somebody treats me wrong, it doesn't excuse me, it doesn't justify me for treating them wrong. There is never a time when treating someone wrong, when they treat me wrong, it truly is justifiable. That's just selfishness. It's self-centered. It's what James calls the wisdom that descends not from above, which is earthly, sensual, and demonic. Now, we live in a world, a society that likes to do that, to render evil for evil to other people. You treated me wrong, I'm going to get you back. I mean, there are songs that have that sort of thing. If I catch you with her, you're going to catch me with him. What kind of nonsense is that? That doesn't even make sense in light of God's way of thinking and that renewed mind that transforms us. We see and have the example of Jesus, and he never rendered evil for evil. He in fact was good and forgiving and generous and kind, even when he was being treated improperly, unjustly, and unkindly. The rest of the verse goes on after it says, "See that you don't render evil for evil to anyone, but," so this is what to do, "always pursue what is good, both for yourselves and for all." So the goal, the objective is to pursue that which is good for me and for you and for me, for you and for others. Pursue what's good. Now, that means I need to be thinking about it. I need to be examining and analyzing what it is that I'm doing and how it's impacting, because this is just a reality. Is there are times I've thought I was doing something that was good, and I realized later, because somebody told me or I was able to reflect upon it, it wasn't what I thought. It didn't come across. It didn't work the way I thought. And so I was seeking good, but it didn't work out because that wasn't the good. Now, that's the beautiful thing about life, is we have the opportunity to reflect upon it and make changes, to learn. Don't look at it as, oh, I failed, I messed up, and hang your head in shame and guilt. Rather, you lift up your chin and say, I'm going to keep going forward because I'm learning. The things that I don't know, don't understand, don't see right now, I am going to. And as long as you have the orientation and the desire to pursue, and you go after this learning and this development, you will learn and you will grow. And it's a beautiful thing. And so this is just a really simple little reminder that the Apostle Paul is giving us. And this is just before he says to give thanks, to rejoice and to give thanks for all things in all situations. So he says, pursue that which is good for everybody, you and others. Sometimes the way that we interact with people is we're not treating ourselves right and truly showing love to ourselves. And in that case, we're really not doing it for the other person either. And so we need to continue to learn. We need to continue to examine and look at this. And this is just a simple little principle. But fundamentally, the first part, don't render evil for evil to anyone. Rather, pursue that which is good for everybody involved. And sometimes that means I have to bite my tongue. Sometimes that means I have to just patiently take the treatment that I didn't deserve. It's as simple as that. It's the same thing that Jesus did, that Peter describes in 1 Peter chapter 2. And this is commendable, he says. So don't render evil for evil. Pursue what is good with all people, for you and for them.